Hello everybody. I want to start this video off a little bit differently because I actually sat down and I have a plan for what I want to do with Haymakers in terms like brand wise. So we're gonna open up MS Paint. I'm not gonna mansplain it to y'all like that one guy does, but so I vaguely drew the U.S. So essentially what the plan is we're gonna basically split it kind of in half except for Texas right here. Um, so take I want to do the West and have a brand slash company. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I might make it the I might make it a men's brand specifically for like Rey Mysterio since he's from San Diego, or um I can't think of anyone else from California, but like maybe if I end up getting like Conan or something. um yeah, so guys like that, I want them to be in the West maybe, and then with the East I might focus on like not intergender wrestling yet, but like mixed wrestling. Um, like like obviously women, men, like mostly have the more extreme guys here, so that way when I end up needing a third brand, we can split it down the middle of that, make the South focus on women's wrestling, and make the North focus on extreme wrestling, and that will be the intergender part because you have a little bit of all of it. So you can still have your world champion in all of these areas, right? And honestly, wait a minute. Let me see something real quick. You know what? That works. Um, Ignore me. But you can have all your men and women's champions traveling around these areas, like in the south and the north, and like people, and maybe even some matches in the west. Just like, hey, we have women's wrestling over here, and we can do like just show some matches there. But it not being the primary focus, primarily focusing on these types of wrestlings in or these types of wrestling in these brands, right? So that's kind of the primary idea I have with that. Like we can focus on. I'll move my camera back. We can focus on like Puerto Rico over here, and we got like um, it's not Arkansas, Alaska in the west up here. Um, I don't have it there, but we probably do like Hawaii over here. That's terrible. Hawaii over here. I don't remember what Hawaii's shaped like, but that's fine. I felt like this was a pretty good visualizer for what the idea is going forward, that we're wanting to try to morph. You can have champions in these different areas focusing on brands that they represent. Does that make sense? Should I do that where it's kind of like a mix of both worlds with both of my ideas? Or should it be something more along the lines of like I don't know, we either focus on one or the other, like because I like the idea of splitting it northwest south, and then like we can bleed into like where's my eraser, we can bleed into these areas of like that's not what I wanted. um okay, whatever. Let me see, that's not okay. Whatever, we can bleed into the areas of Canada, Mexico, and all that kind of stuff with the west and with the south and with the north. I'm just shooting ideas in the dark here because I think I was been brainstorming on this and I think it's interesting. Um, but let me know what you think. We will get right back into the video. For this episode, remember to like and subscribe, and um, that's pretty much it. I don't have Patreon no more that I'm using, but yeah, I'll see y'all then, or I'll see y'all in TEW. And we are back in Total Extreme Wrestling. Last time, I think we had our very first Grand Rally where Rey Mysterio had won that match to get a shot at the title versus Chris Jericho, which is amazing because he had won that title that night. Chris Jericho did. But I think we started off with the house shows, building up a bunch of different matches. such as Shane Helms versus Viano and the Gangstas versus the Hooligans and Chris Jericho versus Taz for like the fourth or fifth time. And we're probably just going to do one of those matches one more time. Just so that way they can be done with that feud and we can give Taz something else. Because I like Taz. I just want him to do something else outside of the title scene for a little bit. Because he held the title for 285 days with five defenses. So I kind of want to focus on somebody else. Um, but yeah, yeah. Also, the Gangstas are the new tag champs. Good for them. Rey Mysterio won the Grand Rally and brought the prestige up quite a. No, he didn't. He didn't bring it up quite a bit, but it was brought up from what it originally was, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Um, yeah. So they've went up once since debuting, and this has went up by 5 since debuting. So yeah. So next we have the house show. Do we have an event set up? We do not. We're gonna set up an event. Um, yeah, prove yourself. That works. We're gonna do it the 17th because that's kind of how we've been doing it. There we go. We're gonna do hour and a half. Save. And yeah, we'll set up November after this, and then we'll do December, and that will be how we do that. I don't think. Well, what was? Let's look at our top 100 real quick, because where does Grand Rally fall? Grand Rally falls at 42, so like right behind Absolute Power of last year. Just interesting. Find it cool. Um, yeah. Also, while I was gone, we have announcers. That's what I did. They're not good announcers and they don't have any experience with each other yet, but we're gonna kind of work on them. Maybe get people that are less expensive. We only made 500 last month, which isn't bad, but it's not exactly what we're aiming for either. But that's very fine. Um, but yeah, um, we're gonna go to the next house show. We're just gonna keep going through these unless there is something that I need to discuss for the episode. Um, yeah, we are at 28. The next one is 35. I don't know if I'm ready for 35 yet, but it works. So I will see y'all then. Okay, I didn't realize I wasn't recording. I got into my thought processes. Yeah, we didn't have any pre-show incidents. We finalized our broadcaster, and we have one creative finish that we're probably going to use either tonight or later this month. Um, Also have an event. It's going to be the last one before December. Um, Jesus Christ, dude. I wish I could suspend him, but he's not on a written contract, so I can't. Honestly, I'm just okay. Bob Roop is gonna want to hit with the locker room. You just start mourning. Like, just quit it. Jesus Christ, why is everybody arguing? Why are you arguing with your brother? Thank you, Axel. Thank you for doing your job. Thank you, D'Lo. Okay. Um. Yeah. Team bonding, guys. Yay. Bond with each other. Yay. Okay. Um. So I did a little bit of a thing because I'm just gonna go over this. So we're gonna have this is gonna be the calendar for this. We're gonna have all 3 house shows at the beginning of the month. It's just to build up the upcoming events. So this next one's gonna be Prove Yourself, um, which will be main evented by a match that we've done like twice over. And then we're gonna have This Is War, which is gonna be main evented by a match that hasn't happened, but it should have happened, I guess. Because, like, honestly, I think y'all are probably sick of me booking Blood Brothers and Taz against the Jerichoholics. I think y'all are sick of it at this point. So that's where we're going to cut it off. That's it. We're going to cut it off there. That's it. Rey Mysterio is going to get into the picture 100%. It's going to be Jericho versus Mysterio and Billy Kidman. Kind of. There will be a match like that on the house show. But we're gonna be done with the Jerichoholics and the Blood Brothers after that. Blood Brothers are gonna do their own thing. Taz is gonna do his own thing. That's where we're gonna leave it for a while. Because I'm sick of it. Y'all are sick of it. We're done with it there. I just think that's a good point where we can be like, all right, cutting it off there. All right, so we're gonna go to the next. We're gonna book this entire thing, and then I'll see y'all when it's over. All right, and I think this is probably gonna be the biggest house show we've done. With the main event alone, just being so bonkers that I just came up with on the spot. So we're gonna get into the pre-show. You can look at this for a minute. All right, so kicking off with the pre-show, we have Chief Jay Eagle versus the newly dubbed Blue Guys. The New World Order had not been created yet, so it did not make sense to name them the Blue World Order. So just the Blue Guys kind of makes sense, and we could probably make that a trio with Nova at some point. I don't know what Nova's name in this game would be though. I haven't checked that. Probably do though. I probably do need to check that. But Bob Roop and Mel Simmons, um, have very well adequate to very good gimmicks. This is an okay match. We're gonna keep putting these people in matches. Hopefully they can either rub off their ring rust or build themselves into really good stars for me one day. But we open up the show with a segment where Chris Jericho calls out Rey Mysterio and they go at each other, calling each other names, talking about who's gonna win at Dreamscape 3. Taz comes out and goes at Jericho for never pinning him and winning the 10 count. Rey tells him to wait his turn. And so that makes Rey and Taz want to fight each other. And so eventually got noted that in the main event, it will be Chris Jericho, Taz versus and Taz. Jericho and Taz versus Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman of the Hooligans. And we have some subtle mannerisms hinting towards a heel turn. Am I gonna do it? Who knows? I might not. But anyways, Omega defeated D'Lo Brown and Los Villanos in a trios bout in a match that had a lot of high spots. It was a pretty good match. Shane Helms is doing wonders. So is Villanos 6. That's why I'm putting them in the positions that they're in. And so we continue on from there. Villanos are picking themselves up, and D'Lo attacks them out of nowhere. And the Gangsters come out and attack both Omega and Los Villanos. D'Lo has sided with the champions, and that was just kind of to spice up the storyline a little bit. It was kind of getting stale. There wasn't anywhere to take it. Screw it. The Gangsters are going to beat their ass. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen there. And so we move on from there. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I'm going to add a segment after this. So we had a trios match between the Jerichoholics and the Blood Brothers for the first time, I guess. I don't want to say ever, but like, no, it's kind of the first time ever that they've been a trio. The Blood Brothers have, which is pretty neat now that I think about it. Um, but yeah, so Jerichoholics defeat the Blood Brothers with Justin Credible pinning Brother Spike, and we move on to the next segment, which will be an interesting one. I'll be back in booking this segment that I didn't think to book. Okay, so that main event match will have some post-match scenes now. It'll be like 4 minutes just showing the main event of the next show. And so Diamond Wants More is the next segment we are looking at. Diamond is still hungry to attack Cash. He wants a match. He needs that match after Cash supposedly eliminated him at um Grand Rally. I don't know if he actually eliminated him, but that's what we're going with. Cash, he's done. He's done with this guy. He just wants to be left alone. He wants to fight for the world title at some point, work his way back up the ranks. He's done with Diamond's obsession. So we move on. We move on from that. Diamond's still gonna want more. We will see where we get to from that. We're gonna have the Taz Jericho against the Hooligans match. That's a good match. That's a good match for what we've had so far. Yeah. So, in a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, the Hooligans defeated Taz and Jericho when Rey Mysterio pinned former champion Taz with a Mysterio Rana in a storytelling match. Rey was the best in the match. Let's be real. Um, that was good. That was really good. That might not be like top 100 match. I'm gonna check, but that was pretty good. And so we go on to the final segment. Taz is pissed, attacking Jericho, demanding a rematch at Prove Yourself because he knows he can win. He knows he can get that pin. Jericho scaredly accepts, while the Blood Brothers have to push Taz back. And so we have the main event of Haymakers Show Yourself. It will be a regular match between Chris Jericho and Taz. So we're gonna. I'm gonna say this will be a mayhem match, and I think we're gonna do a draw. No, I'm kidding. Y'all don't get to see who wins. So yeah, we're gonna pre-book that, and we're gonna be finished here. So I'd say this is a pretty good show. 44, probably the best house show we've had, probably the best main event we've had, I think. And so we're going to move on. We're going to address the locker room. We're going to thank Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio, because they were part of the best match of the night, and they were the reason it was the best match of the night. We only lost 108. That's not bad. We went up though, and that's probably going to help our merchandise quite a bit because we're not just moving up in one area now, we're moving up in the entire US. So awesome. And I want to see if that was in our top 100. I don't know if it is. I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay, so how many viewers do we have from that? 1,600. Nice. Okay, so I think we're still. Jesus Christ. How did we lose 1,000? We only lost 100 from that. You know what? We're just gonna see what sponsors do and just hope we make money this month. That's kind of what we have to do. Um, yeah. Was that our best match? Not our best show, obviously. No, our best match is still Taz, Simon, and Jericho, which is good. But yeah, no, I thought that match would be a lot better, which is fine that it wasn't. But yeah, we'll see at Dreamscape. We'll see at Dreamscape. Who has the best match? I don't know. I was just really excited for that match. Yeah, so that was good. We're gonna go on to Prove Yourself, and I'll see y'all there. All right, and we are at Haymakers Prove Yourself 1994. We will just go straight into it. We are getting more and more fans, which is a good thing. That is a good thing. We need to. No, wait, what? Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. I'm dumb. Ignore me. Yeah. So the final amount stored. Is that right? Whatever that. Yeah, 137. Do we, nope. Get rid of that. Okay. Do an angle. Surefire hit to Rey Mysterio to a Rey Mysterio segment, and we're gonna do another character idea. Likely to succeed. Awesome. Taz and Chris Jericho getting a huge robe or something, and to be physically separated. Heat argument. 21 people train. All right, dude, come on. You're just. I low key want to fire him so bad. Thanks, Kid Cash. I appreciate that. Keep doing team bonding. Alright, what was Kid Cash's angle idea? I'm not doing that. Okay, so we're gonna find who has less than ideal. Well, I mean, yeah, you know what? Who has less than ideal momentum? We're gonna see if we can do cooled and lowered and see who's there. They did lose a match. He's also in the tag title picture. Let's do Matt Hardy. I think we should do Matt Hardy here. Success. Cool. Matt Hardy's out of there. So that makes his part in the tag title division better. I don't know how else you would describe that. Anyways, we will book the entire show and we will see how it goes. We'll see y'all when this is finished and booked. And we are finished with the entire show. We have a trios pre-show match. We have a Viano's promo on the pre-show, and we have this entire show here fully filled to the brim as far as we can go. Let's get right into it. Viano's cut a piss poor promo, but that's kind of expected. We're trying to give them more time on the microphone to learn how to cut a promo without a script. Brother Spike and the Blue Guys lose to Ace Steel, Bob Murphy, and Simon Diamond, who decided to loan his skills to the Jobbers tonight. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We only put him in a match so that way he could have a match. And so we open the night off with the Blood Brothers defeating the Jericho Holics. That's it. That's all that match is. It's a Mayhemic match. So we continue on. The Hooligans defeat Paul Levesque and Viano 2 just to see how they pair as a team. Because why not? It's a 53 rated match. Why was that better than the? Okay, that's weird, but okay. Anyways, go on to the next match. It is the Gangstas versus the Hardys, with the Gangstas defending their championships. The Gangstas defeated the Hardys to continue Omega versus Vianos versus Gangstas segment or storyline. That's it. Or we're just gonna continue on from there. We have Just Incredible defeating Kid Cash after Simon Diamond distracted Cash, and then we have Kid Cash attacking Simon Diamond. Because fuck Simon Diamond. That's why. And so we get into the next segment, which is a triple threat between Viano 6, D'Lo Brown, and Shane Helms, with D'Lo defeating Viano 6 with a sky high. And so we move on from there. We have the Hardys saving Vianos and Shane Helms from the Gangstas. Maybe eventually they'll understand their strength in numbers. But we go to the main event, which is Chris Jericho versus Taz in a 44 rated match. Chris Jericho defeats Taz in his first defense of the championship. Pretty good, I might say. So we continue on from there. Jerichoholics and Taz / Blood Brothers brawl. Jericho calls for an unsanctioned 4v4 war to end it all at This Is War, which is why we had this show right here. It is a 4v4. I'm going to say, what can we do a 4v4? I want to know. That's it. A 5-man grocery store death match. Okay, we're just going to add a new match, and it's going to be... Can we just make this 4v4? Where's that go? There we go. We're going to do 4 versus 4. We're going to say, I don't know, why not? Default match. Pinfall, knockout. I want... Yeah, there's no disqualifications. Nothing. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much what I want right there. Dude, Chris Jericho and Fallen Angel and Brother Dick and who's the other guy? Just Incredible. He just had a match. Probably gonna be heel Taz, and we're gonna have Brother Devon and Brother Ray and Brother Spike. And this is probably going to end up being like 30 minutes right there. Actually, probably not. We're just going to stick to 20. Be 20 long minutes, but it's going to be 20 minutes nonetheless. So, yeah. That finishes off the show with a 42. Not our best show, but not our worst show either. We're going to thank Taz and Chris Jericho, complimenting them on a good performance. We made 433. But what does that mean for the end of the month? And we're growing everywhere, which is awesome. I want to know what that means for our moolah. Okay, before we do that, that's a 15 or 1500. What's that mean for our moolah? We only lost 112 that time, so we're gonna make it back. We're gonna make money this month. How much money? I don't know, but we're gonna make money. Um. So yeah, that's doing well. We're growing in size, and that's all I could really ask for right now. I'm debating on a second title, or a second singles title, but I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. We're gonna go to house show number 10, and then we're gonna work towards This Is War. I'll see y'all there. And we are at house show number 10. I think at this rate I might just fire Brother Ray. Because he's always starting shit. He's always into shit. Like, for no reason. So honestly, I could do without him. I just tried to throw 1,000 at him just so that way he would be happy. It ain't working, and that's fine. Maybe we aren't meant for each other. He's always gonna be angry. Like look at this shit. Like if I find him, he's gonna be like super angry at me. If I give him a stern warning, like it's not like Devon's fine. I could do something with Devon, but like I don't know. I'm irritated with Ray. Like I'm gonna give him. Where's he at? Like I gave him the win too. So like there. Like I'm gonna give him that, and like honestly, I'm gonna write him off after Dreamscape. I don't care. I'm done with him. I'm done dealing with him. He can go. Anyways, Kid Cash had a character idea that was likely to succeed, and it was a success. He has red hot momentum now. Taz has red hot momentum. We can take him, go from creative to just yep, success. He is white hot now. 26. Dang, he went down. That's probably because he's been losing. So we're probably gonna push him a little bit more. He's probably gonna end up winning this feud. Maybe not the titles, but definitely this feud. He's at 12. Shane Helms is at 26. Jeff Hardy's at 16. Matt Hardy's at 17. New Jack is at 20. Mustafa is at 20. Devon is at 14. Ray is at 16. Spike is at 8. Jericho's at 26. Yeah, everyone's building up the way I want them to. So, I did get all of them done, right? Yeah. So, we're going to continue on. And we're just going to push through this show to This Is War, which will have that huge main event. And yeah. So, I'll see y'all when this is over. Alright, this is house show 10. Not really much to go over here other than a new match, three new match announcements for This Is War and Dreamscape alike. So we will continue on or start from the pre-show. Blue Meanie versus Stevie Richards, just giving them a match. Stevie Richards won. Trios match, Ace Steel, Fallen Angel, and Just Incredible defeated Billy Kidman and the Blood Brothers. It's 38 rated match. This honestly could have been on the main show. Ray tells Jericho not to forget about him. They all just cut promos on each other. Sorry. The Gangstas defeated Los Villanos in a tag title match. Honestly, they're doing a lot better about defending it than the Hooligans were, which is not bad. Or, well, it's better, but Hooligans weren't bad at what they did. But yeah. So the Gangstas go to attack them, but they meet their match when Omega and Levesque come for the save for Villanos. Bob Murphy announces 2 matches, one being a triple trios match at Dreamscape and a triple threat tag at This Is War. Honestly, I think we could probably add just a regular triple threat match, if I'm being honest with you. That will probably be something we see of the day of. So we're going to go here. We need Los Villanos, we need the Gangstas, and we need the Hardy Boys. And so we go on there, we go there, and we go men's tag. Y'all get to see what this is. We got to pre-book a match for Dreamscape, which is a triple trios match with now Levesque involved. That's not triple. Is there no triple trios? Just want regular add new match. Where's... There it is. Cool. So, just need default tag match. Call this a 9-man. Save right there. So we're gonna go D'Lo Brown, New Jack, Mustafa, Shane Helms, Jeff Hardy. Dang it. Matt Hardy. We need Viano, and Paul Levesque. This gives Paul Levesque a match, and this gets 9 people on the card that were probably previously not going to be on the card. So yeah, that could... Dang it. There. So that's 2 new matches for these upcoming events. And so we go on from there, leading to a regular match for Simon Diamond. No one interferes. It gets a 46. Simon Diamond's kind of looking over his shoulder the whole time. And he thinks he's in the clear. He leaves the ring. Cash cuts Diamond off from under his legs, tripping him up. Cash handcuffs Diamond to the corner, chopping him repeatedly until Cash decides to pull out a steel chair and both of Simon Diamond's championship Reign of the Year trophies, puts them in the center of the ring, smashing them in front of Diamond with the chairs, or with the chair. Cash says he started this and he will end it at Dreamscape. Loser must say I quit. So yeah, I noticed this, so we're probably going to go away with this. Yeah, there is no like the awards don't continue. You know what I mean? Like if I were to add something for an award, like it just wouldn't go through. So I'm just gonna do away with the awards. Like that's kind of all we can do at this point. Where's I need submission might work. Add new match because I don't want it to be that. I want it to be yeah, it might just have to be submission. So we'll just call it I quit. Why do all the matches I want to do end up not having anything in the database? Injury risk, well, we're gonna say average contact risk, average tables, ladders, weapons. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Save. Get Cash and Simon Diamond. This is a one-on-one match that we can just add there because it's 2 guys that freaking hate each other, and we can make it hardcore probably. But we go on to the next match, which is the main event. Nothing really special here other than the fact that it's a 40 freaking 7. Taz and Brother Ray defeat Brother Dick and Chris Jericho. Taz submitting Brother Dick with a Kari Hajime. Yeah, that's it. So honestly, Brother Ray's not even that good. We could get rid of him and he'll be fine. We're gonna thank Taz and where's Jericho? Point out as good examples. He's happy with my speech. Happy with my speech. We made $910. God dang. We got one in Puerto Rico and Hawaii. And we got 30 in the Mid Atlantic. So we're probably not gonna bump up by the end of the year to next size up, which is fine. That's not really what I need to be doing right now, but we're doing good. We're doing really good. And we're gonna go see what else we got here. All right, we got 1,600 viewers. I don't care, brother. Right? You're probably gonna end up being fired anyway, and we somehow lost 900. I don't understand. Maybe it's like something extra I'm not noticing. I don't know. It's fine. We're gonna go on to the next show, which will be the go home. I don't want to call it a pay per view, but it's the go home to or this go home non house show event to Dreamscape. So I am excited for Dreamscape. 3. Yeah, 3. So let's go on from here. See y'all at This Is War. And we are back to This Is War. Not really much has happened. I'm probably gonna end up seeing who debuts in December. I don't know why I did that. I don't want anyone here or gone. That's what I meant. Select generic venue. Finalize broadcasters. Automatic selection. Use a selection. And we will do creative finish. Maybe not tonight, but another night. We're gonna do a character idea. No, we're not doing that one. So okay. Cool. So we're gonna do Simon Diamond character idea. And we can't do nothing else. We're gonna keep that. Okay. Okay. Okay, please be done. Please be done. Okay. To do we're gonna do team bonding. Me and Jericho. Cool. I'm gonna stop doing team bonding for a while. Um yeah, we're just gonna go I'm just gonna book this entire thing. Get it sent out. Or yeah, book this entire thing. We're gonna do the house show 11. And then that's it. Alright, I'll see y'all then. Alright, I have gotten to the point where honestly I don't know what else we could do for this show. We have all the matches we need. Everybody's in use. It's just why not? Alright, we're gonna start the show right here. Kid Catch versus Rey Mysterio in a match that drew. Good for them. It was a 57 rated match. Jesus Christ, we got a 57 on the freaking free show. Hold on. Hold on. That's gonna make me mad. It's gonna make me mad. That was a freaking that was a top 5 match. Good lord. Okay. Anyways, Simon Diamond promo on Kid Cash. Cash says he is waiting. That's it. We're probably gonna end up doing a bunch of stuff on the next house show. A match that could have been on the pre-show. Simon Diamond wins for Team Steele and Murphy. That's it. Paul Levesque versus and D'Lo Brown lose to Shane Helms, where Shane Helms pinned Levesque. I don't know why he necessarily pinned Levesque, but it's a triple threat match, so not a big deal. Los Villanos versus the Gangstas versus the Hardy Boys. The Gangstas continue as Champions. Oh lord. God dang it, Mustafa. It was a 28 rated match. It could have been better, but we're gonna hope for the best. And we have our main event where the Jerichoholics defeat Taz and the Blood Brothers in a mayhemic match that could have done a lot better. Three of them were off their game, but the chaos of the match helped them hide how badly they were doing. We have a segment between Rey Mysterio and Jericho where they stare down with one another. That's it. That's the show. It's a 40. It did well. We're gonna thank Kid Cash and Taz because we've been thanking Jericho and Mysterio too much. And it can be worked through. So we're going to be good for Dreamscape. Thank God. We made 1,000. That doesn't mean a lot right now. We made it 31. Awesome. Why are his eyes all the way black? Oh my God. That was terrifying. Jesus Christ. The Mongolian Mauler. That is Jesus Christ. That scared me. I don't know if I ever want to look at that again. We got a little bit less than last time, which is fine. We don't need it to be 100% all the time, and we made 364. Probably gonna end up making more. Um, yeah, I've got nothing else to say there. We're still making money, and we're about to go to the next house show. Um, shoot, I should use a creative finish. We'll use that on the house show, if I remember. But we are building up to Dreamscape 3. I will see y'all when we get to that show. We are doing amazingly. So, yeah. See y'all there. Alright. So, before we get back into the I guess month of Dreamscape with this last house show and the Dreamscape 3 event itself, I want to start upgrading our merchandise again. Honestly, I think we can afford it. I think doubling this won't hurt our monthly performance. And it'll bring more in from merchandise in general. So we're just gonna do it. And so we move on to the house show. I don't really have much of a plan for this one. I guess just whatever other matches I decide to do, I'm just gonna do them. I have no idea what to do with Taz. I'm gonna be real. I know what he's gonna do. I know what he might do at the end of everything, but other than that, I've got no clue. Create a finish. Do another one. Also, and there we go. God, fuck, damn it. I should have expected this. You're getting a stern warning at least, though. Stern warning. Okay. You know Taz or Brother Ray's been quiet recently. I think he knows he might get fired if he keeps on. What's up? Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. I'll make sure Dreamscape's good. I didn't even think to check it, but it's fine. Yep, I've got nothing else to go over, so we're just gonna go straight into booking the show. We'll see y'all when this is over. All right. So we are finished, and I think I have a plan for Taz. It'll probably be this open challenge idea. Um, Also realized we don't have Simon Diamond, so the most we can do is give Kid Cash a promo on Diamond. So we're just gonna start from here. So Brother Ray has a character development promo. Why not? Chief J Eagle defeats Ace Steel. We open up the night with Brother Devon and Brother Spike losing to the Gangsters for the tag team titles in their fourth defense. The Gangsters just love to fight people. They are proving it with this tag title reign. And so the Omega and Villanos plus Levesque attack Gangsters and run them off. Omega and the Villanos plus Levesque stare at each other before giving each other the business. 21 rated segment did okay. 43 rated segment from a character development promo from Kid Cash. I don't really have any idea what he's saying to him here, but he's giving him the business. Taz has an open challenge, which gets a 31, which could have been better. A 43 rated contract signing between Jericho and Rey Mysterio. And the main event, a 35, where the Jerichoholics defeat Billy Kidman and the Blue Guys. Yeah, that's pretty much the show. I didn't expect it to be anything special, and it still got a 40, so good. We're gonna thank Billy Kidman because Billy Kidman did good, and we're gonna thank Taz. So it's 1,000, pretty good. Went up and everywhere, but not anywhere specific. We will continue on from here. I want to make sure that Diamond will be there for Dreamscape before we get there. So yeah, it is late. I am tired. I'm ready to get this video over with. I'll probably only get it uploaded tomorrow because it's later in the week. Yeah. So only lost 400 from that, which is good. And we're gonna check the availability for Dreamscape. We're just gonna go straight to Dreamscape. I will see y'all there with all the matches. Goodbye. Okay, and we are at Dreamscape 3. It says we do have it set as season finale, right? We do. Can we go up? No. Can we do anything with special set? We're gonna spend an extra 1,000. We got the money for it. We're gonna make it the best we can be, or best it can be. First Dreamscape that is televised. I'm excited for this. So knowing it's not off, everyone's working tonight. You know what? We're gonna go in Mulberry. Then we're gonna automatically select right there. What? Oh shoot. Okay. I didn't actually get to use that other one, which is fine. Where Chris Jericho is the victor. Okay. Let's do another one. Okay. Can't really use that one. Because it's a bit of a gamble, not because Simon Dom is losing tonight. I don't know if he's losing tonight. I might make that decision. Jesus Christ. Why are my announcers the worst ones? Inspiring. Everybody's going to be inspired. This is going to be the best show we've had yet. So let's go over the last 2 years. Oh, shoot. No, I just want Dreamscapes. Taz defeated Chief J Eagle in the pre-show on Dreamscape 1. Chris Jericho defeated Kid Cash, Shane Helms, and Nick Tarantino, who is no longer with the company. The Gangsters defeated Billy Kidman and Ricky Blues, while Simon Diamond defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. And that very next year, Villano 6 defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. Kidman saves Mysterio from a beatdown from Villano 6 and 7 on his debut night. The Blood Brothers defeat the Gangsters and cut a promo on said Gangsters. Shane Helms defeats Just the Incredible, and Taz defeated Simon Diamond and Chris Jericho to win the Haymakers Men's Championship. And that was in the North Carroll High School. That was in the Wade Hampton High School. Now we are in what is it called? The something Mulberry, whatever. And yeah, we're just gonna go. I'm just gonna book the whole thing. We're gonna see it, and then we're gonna see who the of the year candidates are. So I'll see y'all when we get there. All right, we are finished. There's nothing else for me to add to this. I think it is the best show we could have possibly done with the roster we have and with the build up we have. And so we will just continue on with the pre-show with three faces facing off against each other. Chief J Eagle beating Stevie Richards and the Blue Meanie. And we open it up with the I Quit match where Kid Cash defeats Simon Diamond. Jesus Christ. That's nuts. Okay, poor Simon. We're gonna check on him after this, cause that doesn't sound good. Um, hell of a way to go out though. Um, Cash signals that they are done here. I think Diamond agrees. That's so. That's ironic, but it's fine. We're gonna go to the next match, which was Billy Kidman defeating Justin Incredible with a shooting star press with a 45 rated segment. We go to the next match, which is a trios match. Honestly, this could have been on the pre-show, and the show probably would have done better. Taz sets up an open challenge, and he just throws Brother Dick around with a 44 rated segment, and they have good chemistry, which is good. In a triple threat trios match, Los Villanos plus Paul Levesque defeat D'Lo Brown and the Gangstas and Omega. Just, I don't know who. Oh, shoot. Villanos 6 submitted New Jack. That's new. Okay. Creative finish was a success. Got a 43. I think Jeff Hardy and Shane Helms were the best in the match. Matt Hardy did good. Viana 6 and 7 could have done better. But we now make it to the main event, and honestly, that sucks. The match did good. Those things suck. The creative finish did really well. It is honestly probably the best match we've had yet, which is bonkers. And Rey Mysterio defeats Chris Jericho for the Haymakers Men's Championship with a Mysterio Rana. And after the match, Taz goes to shake Mysterio's hand. He pulls Mysterio in, throws him across the ring, turning his back on his friends and the crowd. And that is the end of the show. No, I don't want to finish the show without addressing it. Turn Taz heel, complete success, and we are done. That is a 62. We're gonna thank Ray and Chris. Praise for great performances. Scene, please. Very happy with my speech. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I hate that. He's gone till June. Maybe we can put him with somebody. We made 642 from that, which isn't bad. We made it to 32. Ending off the year on a high note. God, that sucks about Simon, though. I didn't really have anything planned for him, but I mean, new heel on the block, I guess. So, yeah, we're gonna skip these next 11 days. Yeah, highest viewership so far, which doesn't say a lot. Yeah, we're gonna skip these next 10 days, and that's pretty much all we can do from here. That was our best show, which is awesome, and it had our best match, like I said, and it had our best attendance. We sold out. We freaking sold out. Had our top viewership. That was our best show yet, and that was kind of what I was expecting. But I'm glad I did that, and I'm glad I put the effort to make it better. So we lost $38, but that's fine. Um, yeah, so we're gonna see y'all at the end of the month. All right, we are at the end of the year. Let me just, yeah, so we have our own stuff going on. We will be boosted by 5% because we were number 1. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna start off with this. Then we're gonna see our own personal things, and then y'all are gonna watch me get rid of the previous awards that I made. So yeah, male wrestler of the year is Satanico. That makes sense. He's been making bangers all year. Cynthia Moreno makes sense. CMLL, it makes sense until you see how much money they're not making. So yeah, they're probably not going to be doing that for much longer. Yeah, male tag team of the year was those two guys. I don't know how to pronounce their names. I probably messed it up last time. Um, the Assassins in Mimi Shimoda and Akira Hakoto. Match of the year. Macho Man and Ric Flair defeating Mr. Perfect and The Undertaker by DQ. A random DQ match won match of the year. Jesus Christ. Alright, show of the year was New Japan Fighting Spirit in 1994. Young Wrestler of the Year was Oro. Young Female Wrestler of the Year was, what's her name? Guerrera Pura Pura? Or Pure Pura. There we go. Male Veteran Wrestler of the Year for like 3 years running is Ric Flair. Female Veteran Wrestler of the Year, La Briosa. Most Improved Company of the Year is ECW. Male Independent Wrestler of the Year is Cactus Jack. Dang it. Female Independent Wrestler of the Year is Akira Hokuto. Dang it. Male Manager of the Year is Michael Hayes. Female Manager of the Year is Missy Hyatt. Male play-by-play commentator is Kenji Wakabayashi. Wakabayashi. Okay. Kenji Wakabayashi. Okay. Female play-by-play is Bonnie Blackstone. Yep. Also female color commentator of the year. Male color commentator of the year is Bobby the Brain Heenan. Male referee of the year, Sandy Barr. Female referee of the year, Shigeyo Kawasaki. And that's it for them. Let's go check our personal rewards. Our wrestler of the year is Rey Mysterio. Not surprised. Male tag team of the year, Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio Jr. Not surprised. Rey Mysterio winning 2 awards. Male young wrestler of the year, Chris Jericho. That makes sense. Did he not have 10 matches last year? Oh well. Match of the year, Rey Mysterio. Oh my lord, that's amazing. Our Dreamscape main events, all one match of the year, which is amazing. Card of the year, Dreamscape. Male referee of the year, it's me. That's it. Okay. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will see y'all next time. We're gonna go over the list again of everything here. Rey Mysterio won the Grand Rally earlier this year. Rey Mysterio is our current champion, defeating Chris Jericho after his only defense. Kind of a poor defense rate for Jericho, but that's fine. And the Gangstas are still the tag team champions. And we made $220 last month. That's because we did kind of put a lot towards what is it? Show cost. Because we did the event special stuff. And we also started the merchandise stuff back up. Which is at 20 currently. So we're a fifth of the way there. We're probably gonna focus on that these next few months. It'll probably be done by, I think this is episode, 14? It's probably be done by like 16, 17, which works because we're growing in size. We're at 32, almost to 35. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Y'all have a great night. I will see y'all later.